answered the phone and it was a call from jail. It was OJ.
O.J. Simpson, accused of brutally slaughtering his ex-wife Nicole Simpson.
Kris's best friend.
I will always feel guilty.
Some people think, like, you might be Khloe Kardashian's real dad.
I always thought Kris was a cute girl.
Did OJ ever try to reach out to you at all?
My loyalty was with Nicole and her family.
In the middle of his rocky marriage with Nicole, O.J. Simpson dropped a bombshell. He had an affair with Kris Jenner. This shocking confession adds even more drama to his already scandalous life story, revealing a tangled mess of secrets and betrayal. Let's break down the chaotic circus that was O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown's marriage. A real-life soap opera that started while the ink on O.J.'s previous divorce was barely dry. A young, fresh-faced 18-year-old Nicole working at the Daisy, the IT spot that O.J. haunted more than the occasional ghost story. Sparks didn't just fly, they exploded, despite the glaring age difference. Nicole, seemingly charmed out of her wits, didn't bat an eye at the decades between them. As the calendar pages flipped, the heat turned up on their romance. But plot twist alert, a few months in, O.J. flipped the script from charming to alarming, showcasing a penchant for control that had Nicole ditching school to play house. Fast forward to 1985, they're hitched and expand their duo to a quartet with 2 kids, Justin Ryan and Sydney Brooke. To the public, O.J. played the role of the adoring husband so well, he might as well have had a halo above his head during press ops. Behind closed doors, though, it was less heavenly days and more hellish maze. Privately, the scene was far from the glossy facade. O.J.'s grip tightened, transforming their marriage into something resembling a gilded cage, a luxurious yet utterly confining space for Nicole. Friends and family painted a picture of Nicole as a bird trapped in a snare, cut off from the world and silenced except for the echo of her own solitude. The dark clouds rolled in with allegations of domestic abuse piling up so quickly, Nicole probably had a 911 dispatcher on speed dial. One of the more infamous outbursts involved O.J. bellowing he didn't want Nicole in his bed anymore, a scene chilling enough to frost over hell. Despite the frequent police visits, O.J. only got slapped with cuffs once, and slipped out of them with a Houdini-like finesse, leaving behind a wake of fear and unchecked aggression. Why did Nicole stay, you ask? Fear, love, and a tangled web of financial ties. O.J. wasn't just a nightmare spouse, he was also the money bag behind her father's ventures which, no surprise, raked in a pretty penny. Trapped behind the proverbial rock in a hard place, Nicole often chose to pacify rather than bolt, a decision as risky as juggling fire. The storm didn't stop at domestic disputes. O.J.'s eyes roamed with the subtlety of a billboard as he notched up flings, including the likes of Tawny Katane and whispers of a steamy hookup with Kris Jenner in a jacuzzi. Yup, you heard that right, a jacuzzi. His infidelity was so flagrant, he might as well have broadcasted it on live TV. And through it all, he maintained his cool, unfazed by the wreckage in his wake, even with Nicole pregnant. Denise, Nicole's sister, recounted witnessing one of the many violent episodes where O.J. morphed from husband to horror show protagonist, throwing Nicole against a wall and out of the house as if she were nothing more than an annoying inconvenience. The spectators could only watch in stunned silence, their memories forever scarred by the sight of Nicole's painful landing. The saga continued with Nicole, battered and bruised, reaching for the phone to dial 911 after another assault that sent her straight to the hospital. The image of an enraged O.J., his veins popping and eyes a glacial, ruthless cold, was enough to chill the blood of any onlooker. Despite the chaos, the couple often played pretend in public, fabricating tales like Nicole fell off of a bike to mask the brutality of their private life. But every person has their breaking point, and Nicole eventually hit hers. She penned a gut-wrenching letter to O.J., pouring out her heartache over the years of infidelity and abuse, her words a mixture of forgiveness and finality. Nicole chose herself, her peace, and filed for divorce on October 15, 1992, hoping to close the chapter on a marriage marked by terror and turmoil. But as we all know, some stories don't end when you close the book. So, according to the whispers that refuse to die, O.J. Simpson decided to drop a bombshell via a letter that points a finger at Kris Jenner as the core reason his life spiraled into the headline-grabbing disaster we know so well. The very disaster that ended with his trial for the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. If this sounds like a plot straight out of Hollywood, Well, it practically is. Now, if we sift through the tabloid sensationalism, and there's even an ounce of truth to this, Kris Jenner and the entire Kardashian-Jenner spectacle are looking at a tsunami of bad press and possibly some legal fireworks. Picture the headline screaming, Kardashian-Jenner clan caught up in OJ murder drama. Not exactly the PR any family would want. Rewind to the days before the trials that captivated a nation, and OJ was practically family to the Kardashians. Kris, via her marriage to Robert Kardashian Sr., was thick as thieves with OJ, and he was even dubbed Uncle OJ by the Kardashian kids. OJ and Robert Sr. were college buddies long before the infamous glove debacle. However, the facade of family unity shattered when Nicole Brown Simpson was murdered. The Jenner Kardashian household was split down the middle. Kris, devastated by her friend Nicole's death, distanced herself from OJ, while Robert Sr. stood by him, defending him in court. Kris shared on Dr. Phil in 2009 a poignant letter from Robert Sr. penned right before the trial, essentially saying, "I'm sorry this is awkward, but I need to do this." Awkward is definitely one word for it. As the trial unfolded, Kris sat steadfastly on Nicole's side of the courtroom, a clear physical and metaphorical line drawn, while her husband was over on Team OJ. After OJ was acquitted of the murder charges, he didn't exactly find peace. He ended up losing millions in a civil suit to the Goldman family, and later found himself behind bars for robbery and kidnapping. Talk about a fall from grace. Meanwhile, Kris's daughter Kim Kardashian, possibly inspired by the family's legal whirlwinds, chased a law degree herself, musing publicly about the complexities of standing by her father during the trial. The plot thickens with the release of Jenner's memoir in 2011, which painted a grim picture of Nicole's suffering at the hands of OJ, allegations Kris had previously kept under wraps. Fast forward to the present, and the echoes of the Kardashian-OJ connection still reverberate through the media. Rumors swirl now and then about Kris's possible fling with OJ, and the persistent, tabloid favorite speculation, is Khloe Kardashian actually OJ's biological daughter and not Robert's? This rumor mill fodder is fueled by Khloe's distinct appearance compared to her sisters, often highlighted in family photos where she stands out like a sore thumb. Khloe, for her part, finds herself frequently in the eye of this paternity storm, her lineage questioned partly because of her unique features and Kris's history of infidelities. It's a narrative that the tabloids milk with glee, regardless of the emotional toll it may take on those involved. But let's not gloss over the nuances here. This isn't just a story of infidelity and paternity puzzles. It's about the real people and painful events caught up in the spectacle. Nicole Brown Simpson's tragic death and the circus-like trial that followed highlighted the intense scrutiny and pressure placed on those orbiting O.J. Simpson. The sensationalism surrounding these events often obscures the human tragedy involved, turning real-life sorrow into soap opera fodder. Yet, it's this very transformation of personal pain into public entertainment that keeps the public hooked, media buzzing, and the Kardashian-Jenner brand in the spotlight. As we peel back the layers of this complicated narrative, we see not just a family drama, but a reflection of our own fascination with celebrity culture and scandal. The Kardashian-Jenner clan, with their unique blend of glamour and controversy, continue to captivate and polarize the public, ensuring that the whispers around the campfire burn as brightly as ever. Whether Khloe is a Kardashian or a Simpson might matter less than the fact that she, like her siblings, has navigated a life constantly under the microscope. The real takeaway might just be the resilience it takes to withstand the storm of public scrutiny, a lesson the Jenner Kardashian collective seems to have learned well. Through trials, accusations, and relentless media scrutiny, they've managed to not only survive, but to thrive, crafting an indelible mark on both pop culture and reality TV. Kris Jenner, the matriarch who can spin scandal into gold, pretty much set the stage for family drama with her 2011 memoir, Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian. In it, she confesses to an affair back in '89, which shockingly, or not, predates Khloe's birth by 5 years. But let's not let timelines discourage a good scandal. The rumor mills have been spinning full throttle ever since. Kris's bombshell did more than just raise eyebrows. It catapulted Khloe Kardashian's paternity into a full-blown tabloid frenzy. Despite Kris clearing up the dates, the whispers about whether Robert Kardashian Sr. really is Khloe's dad have persisted. Thanks to the marvels of the internet and Khloe's slightly different vibe from her siblings, conspiracy theories abound. I mean, the Kardashians could launch a spin-off titled Who's Your Daddy, and it would probably break viewing records. Oh wait, their entire existence is already a reality show saga. Speaking of sagas, let's not skip past the Tristan Thompson grand drama. What's a Kardashian storyline without a cheating scandal to spice things up? Poor Khloe found herself grappling with Tristan's very public indiscretions, which include, but are not limited to, fathering a child with someone else during their engagement. You can't make this stuff up. Well, unless you're a Kardashian. In what felt like a scene ripped from a very special episode of Dr. Phil, Kris had a heart-to-heart with Khloe, attempting to mother her into giving Tristan another shot. Classic Kris, always finding the teachable moment in betrayal. Khloe, less than amused, hit back, questioning the logic of staying peachy in the face of deceit. Kris, draped in guilt, waxed poetic about greener pastures and monumental regrets. It was a daytime TV gold moment. But Kris, ever the manager, knows how to keep us tuned in. She pushed for a paternity test to settle the "Who's your daddy" debate once and for all. Khloe, however, wasn't having any of it. She stood firm on not needing the Maury Povich moment to confirm her lineage. Robert and Bruce were dad enough for her, thank you very much. But let's be honest, dodging the paternity test only fuels the media fire, a Kardashian specialty. Enter Alex Roldan, Kris's hairstylist, who suddenly found himself in the potential daddy spotlight due to his striking resemblance to Khloe. Kylie Jenner, ever the social media instigator, fanned the flames with cheeky Insta posts hinting at Roldan being Khloe's real dad. Because, in the Kardashian world, family bonding over paternity speculations is just another Tuesday. Through the whirlwind of DNA debates and tabloid headlines, Kris maintains a veneer of regret over her past infidelities. Yet, one can't help but wonder if she's enjoying the chaos her memoir unleashed. The Who's the Daddy drama is not just a storyline, it's a Kardashian brand pillar. Now, if Kris thought her tell-all would simplify her family's narrative, she miscalculated. Spectacularly. The book didn't just open a can of worms, it unleashed a Kraken-sized scandal that latched onto the public's imagination with the tenacity of a Hollywood thriller. Let's face it, the Kardashian-Jenner saga thrives on the oxygen of public scrutiny and the carbon dioxide of constant drama. From sex tapes to sham marriages to sibling squabbles, this family knows how to work every angle. Kris's affair and the paternity questions it rekindled are just par for the course. A course set in a labyrinthine maze of reality TV and headline-grabbing antics. In the grand tapestry of Kardashian controversies, the affair is a mere thread that has woven complex patterns of suspicion, drama, and relentless media speculation. It's a narrative that sells, captivates, and divides the courts of public opinion with the precision of a scalpel, or in this case, a lip filler needle. As we peel away the layers of Kris's revelations, what's painfully clear is that the Kardashian-Jenner clan will always be in the spotlight, not just for their glam squads and fashion flings, but for their uncanny ability to turn personal pain into ratings gold. Whether discussing paternity on primetime or hashing out infidelity issues in the public eye, Kris and company have mastered the art of the public spectacle. The question isn't just about who Khloe's real father is, but about how long we'll continue to watch this high-speed car crash of a celebrity dynasty. If history is any indication, the answer is as complex as the family's dating history. The year was 1967. O.J. Simpson and Robert Kardashian Sr. struck up a friendship that would later morph into a complex web involving Kris Jenner and Nicole Brown Simpson. Fast forward to the glitz and glam of the Buffalo Bills days, and Kris, just on the brink of becoming the Kardashian matriarch, gets cozy with OJ and Nicole, courtesy of Robert's connections. They were also intertwined that the Kardashian children affectionately called OJ Uncle. Cozy, right? But as we peel back the layers of this family drama, whispers start to float around. Rumors that Kris and OJ might have been a bit more than just pals. Enter the side-eye glances and nudge-nudge wink-winks from the tabloids that suggest OJ could be more than just an honorary uncle to Khloe. Yes, those eagle-eyed conspiracy theorists, or are they just superfans with too much time, claimed Khloe not only shares some striking resemblances with OJ, but even suggest her daughter True could pass as a Simpson. And let's not even get started on the comparisons with OJ's daughter Sydney. Flashback to March 2018, Fox airs O.J. Simpson, The Last Confession, and the internet goes wild. Tweets, retweets, and Insta stories abound with claims that Chloe and Sydney look like they could have been separated at birth. Because, of course, if it's on Instagram, it's gospel, right? Despite the social media frenzy, not everyone's sold on this narrative. OJ himself chuckles away these theories, and at one point, his supposed manager, whom OJ vehemently denies was ever his manager, adds fuel to the fire by alleging an affair. Meanwhile, Robert Kardashian's later wife, Ellen, also hops onto the gossip train, hinting that Robert himself had doubts about his paternity role before his demise. Though, it's worth noting Ellen brought this up post-bankruptcy. Make of that timing what you will. Perhaps fed up with the incessant rumors, Kris orchestrates a family-wide DNA test, aired in true Kardashian style on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Surprise, surprise, the results showcase Khloe's Middle Eastern heritage, aligning neatly with Robert Kardashian's Armenian roots. Nothing like a bit of genetic proof to spice up a season finale, huh? Yet the specter of paternity rumors continues to haunt Kris. It seems she can't shake the need to continually affirm her past fidelity and Khloe's Kardashian bloodline. Cue the birth of Khloe's son Tatum via surrogate, and Kris is back at it, marveling at the boy's resemblance to Robert Sr., almost as if she's trying a tad too hard to prove a point. During one episode, Kris makes a comment about Tatum's likeness to Robert Sr., then shoots a look that screams, "Did I overshare?" That side-eye moment sends the internet detectives into a frenzy, dissecting her every word and glance. Kris, ever the media maestro, keeps the intrigue alive with vague remarks about DNA and legacies, stoking the fires of conspiracy even further. Is she playing the game, or is there a kernel of truth in the tangled tales she weaves? So what do we make of this paternity circus? Khloe's paternity saga might as well be a masterclass in Kardashian brand strategy, meshed with a dash of 90s scandal nostalgia. Whether there's any truth to her being a Simpson or not, the story is a linchpin in the ever-spinning narrative wheel of the Kardashian-Jenner empire. It keeps the public hooked, the tweets flowing, and the ratings high. In the grand scheme of things, this saga is more than just tabloid fodder. It's a case study in how celebrity narratives are crafted, sustained, and monetized. Kris Jenner, the puppet master of public interest, knows just how to keep us all watching, guessing, and let's be honest, enjoying every minute of the drama. In a world where reality TV blurs into actual reality, the Kardashians reign supreme, masters of the art of scandal management. As we continue to tune in, tweet, and theorize, they manage to remain at the epicenter of pop culture discourse, proving that in the Kardashian universe, all publicity is good publicity, especially when it comes wrapped in a paternity mystery. Kris, the airline stewardess with a charm that could land a plane, and then there's Bob, the man who fell head over heels for her, even though he was supposed to be with another Kris. Yeah, it's about to get as naughty as a teenager's headphones. So Bob, our guy, flies in from New York with news that's hotter than a summer in the Sahara. He's met the one. Who's the lucky lady? Kris Jenner. That's right, before she was organizing million-dollar deals and television slots, she was catching Bob's eye and heart. Bob, a certified bachelor along with his brother Tom, wasn't the type to settle down. But Kris, she was different apparently. Now imagine this, Bob's still with a woman, also named Kris. No, this is not a typo. You'd think someone would have seen the headaches this name game would cause. Bob meets Kris while he's supposed to be with Kris and sparks fly. He comes back and bam, it's wedding bells in the air. But what exactly did Kris have that made Bob ready to hitch up the wagon so fast? She had that girl next door vibe. Sweet, charming, and disarmingly nice. Cue to the night Bob decides to drop this matrimonial bombshell. They all hit the town. Whether they were celebrating or just numbing the shock with a few good drinks, who can say? Fast forward a bit, and Kris and Bob are married. As for what Kris looked like or the magic she spun on Bob, we're mostly filling in the gaps with our imaginations because, let's face it, folks often just fall for their type, and Kris was Bob's through and through. Now let's fast forward through the sands of time to a rumor that's as stubborn as a stain on a white carpet. Yup, the one claiming Bob might be Khloe Kardashian's real dad. This theory's got legs, not just because of Khloe's towering presence compared to Kim and Kourtney, but because, Why not add more spice to the Kardashian pot? Here's the tea. Bob has flat out denied these dad rumors. He wasn't into Kris in that way, and Kris probably felt the same. So the whispers of him being Khloe's dad are just that, whispers without weight. And about that video of Corey throwing a football like a pro, turns out Khloe can throw even further, which is a skill she definitely didn't inherit from Bob. This tale spins out like a classic soap opera. Bachelor meets stewardess, they fall in love amid a tangle of other relationships, and ride off into the celebrity sunset. But because this is the Kardashians, it's never just love and marriage. It's a sprinkling of scandal, a heap of rumors, and a dash of reality TV magic. Through it all, Kris has emerged not just as a wife or mother, but as a queen of the media, steering her family ship through stormy waters with the skill only a former stewardess turned reality TV mogul could muster. She navigated the Kardashian-Jenner clan through everything from wardrobe malfunctions to paternity puzzles with the grace of a diplomat.